Does this finals win elevate LeBron's legacy?
Yes, Joe, it does. Why, you might ask? Well, let's look at the LeBron Hate Club's biggest gripes over the years. His road to the finals was too easy. He's in the East. LeBron James can't lead his team to a championship on his own, right? He only has 3 rings. He bounces from team to team ring chasing or chasing the best team he could possibly find. I've heard it over and over my entire life. The fact is, LBJ went to the West and in one short year took the Lakers from the dumpster fire that they were to the number 1 seed in the West and won the NBA Finals, finishing second in the MVP votes. Then, midway through the season, when the Lakers were absolutely red hot, the season gets shut down, killing all momentum. How did LeBron respond? How did LeBron's team respond? Like it never happened. Continue on with the mission. And while Anthony Davis is one of the best players that LeBron has ever shared the court with, he averaged 29, 11, and 8 in the finals to close his 17th season out with his 4th championship. Are you kidding me? At his age, this is ridiculous. This guy is the best player in the world and has been for over a decade now. LeBron has 4 rings, yes, on 3 separate teams, everyone. But you know what that means, Joe? He's not chasing rings. He's not chasing greatness, as all these people say. Greatness is following him. The championships are following him. Everywhere he goes, everyone follows to build a championship team. Everywhere LBJ goes for the rest of his career, he will bring greatness with him, and his legacy will never stop elevating.
I liked your argument. Don't get me wrong. You gave LeBron his little props. Let me go on. All right. So does this help him? Does it not? A lot of people say, like you said, 3 different teams, 3 different championships. Okay. He has all these great players with him. In the Miami Heat, he had the big 3. He has all this, right? Well, right. I know I'm supposed to argue against it, but I can't because usually I am a LeBron James hater. Usually I was on that train, just like Laker fans last year before he came over to the Lakers. Everybody was a LeBron James hater. Well, guess what? This year he won me over, so I'm not even going to argue against him. I can't even argue against you, Sean. I have to go along with you. And I know I'm breaking the rules of the show, and I'm breaking it already. But look, LeBron James winning this championship does help his legacy. Everybody knows now. I haven't been on the side of saying LeBron James, is the greatest player to ever play the game, but now I'm leaning that way. He has 4 championships on 3 different teams, like you already mentioned. The man has played in 260 playoff games. 260 playoff games. That's 3 extra seasons. 3 extra seasons. Most people won't even play 3 seasons in their career, and this guy's doing it in the postseason. You know what I mean? Getting this 4th ring at the age of 35 also puts getting 6 in reach, and that's like the holy number to basketball players, right? A lot of people have diminished. A lot of people will think that's the number he has to get to be like great as Michael Jordan, right? And I just laugh at it. Basketball has actually played. They actually played like 70 games, right? Before they went into the bubble, they played 70 games, and I think that's pretty hard. I think that's a lot harder. This season was a lot harder than any other season because not only did you play 70 games, then you went on a little break, and then you had to come back into a bubble. And I don't think a lot of players are ready for that. You basically had an off season and then had to come back and win playoff games. There was absolutely no home court advantage in the playoffs, in the bubble, and the players' minds weren't there. They're in the bubble, and LeBron's kid's out there getting in trouble on the streets, and what is he gonna do? He's gonna FaceTime him. I'm gonna FaceTime my kid. That's hurting you, right? I heard a good line the other day. Some guy called in on a radio show, and he said, in 20 to 25 years from now, people will laugh at us that we even had a conversation saying that LeBron James wasn't the top player in the NBA. So that's why I can't argue with you today. I want to argue on this. Trust me, I would love – if you would have hit me up a year ago, I would have gone against LeBron James. But this time, I'm going to give him his respect, and I'm going to bow down to the king.
So he's earned your respect.
He had to. Like I said, like a lot of people are just, downplaying the COVID season, but I'm not. I think the COVID season makes you a lot better than past seasons.
It was one of the hardest seasons, in my opinion, to win a championship just because of everything they had to go through and everything they had to do to win the NBA Finals this year. I understand that the Clippers didn't make it to the Western Conference Finals, but that ain't LeBron's fault. Get off his jock, man. Come on.
One last thing. If you want to bring up LeBron James having good teammates and stuff, everybody has. Go in history.
Yeah.
And look, it's not just one person that won the championship. They had somebody right there with them. So LeBron James just because he brings players over doesn't mean, he needed them. It's just an extra spot. Let's go secure this championship. Do it. And who knows? Was AD winning championships over in New Orleans? Hell no, he wasn't.
Nope.
So does that mean that AD needed LeBron, or did LeBron need him? Doesn't matter. They got that ring, right?
Exactly. What up, Friday Night War Army? Did you enjoy the show? I'm glad to hear that. Before you do anything else, stop and take a second to hit the subscribe button below. So that way you're notified every week when we put out our newest and latest episode. If you're wondering how to vote, super simple. Just drop a comment on this video, put round 1, 2, and 3, and put the name of the person who won that round. You can vote for myself at Mike on the mic, or you can just say Mike, or you can vote for my opponent, Joe Morley, or you can just put Joe. But don't vote for him. He clearly lost this battle. It's obviously that I'm going to win every single week. If you want more content from us, we produce content all day, every day on our Instagram pages. Head over to our network page and check out at The Ryan Show Sports. Links to so many different sports podcasts, so many different great creators, and to the network itself that we work with. Also, if you want to see our personal podcast, head over to at Mike on the Mic Pod, or head over to at Joe Morley Sports on Instagram, and there will be links to everything that we do across the board. Let us know in the comments who won the first ever Friday Night War.